Hey there, self-care warriors. Welcome back to Hold My Purse, your go-to spot for unleashing that inner badass through some serious self-care. I'm your host, Ro, and today we've got a guest whose story hits close to home for many of us. Imagine being the ultimate people pleaser, drowning in everyone else's expectations until your own happiness slips away. Enter my friend, Angel Jimenez, a cycle instructor and the powerhouse behind the Lash Boy Salon in Torrance, California. Get ready for real talk as we dive into Angel's journey from despair to genuine happiness and embracing the joy of living life unapologetically. It's about to get real, and it's going to be seriously inspiring. Let's get this party started. Hey, Angel.
Hi, Rhonda. How are you, loves?
I'm good. How are you? I remember when we first met, I don't know how long ago it was. Was it over the summer?
Yes, it was over the summer.
So what stood out for me, we met in spin class.
Yes, we did.
And what stood out for me was one that you were so friendly. And then I noticed in class how helpful you are to everyone, adjusting people's bikes, helping Coach Leslie with the sound and the lights. And I was like, who is this guy? He's so freaking helpful. Tell me how you got to a place where you're such a helpful person. What's that all about?
You know, I think it's just who I've always been. I've always just been that person who's helpful, who wants to, a caregiver. You know, want to make sure that everybody's comfortable, everybody's in the right place, that they understand that they're seen. Because I think I know how it feels not to be seen.
Oh, okay.
So I want to make sure people feel seen, whether they want to be seen just a little bit or a lot, whatever it may be. And why not help? Why not be helpful? Why not be kind? So that's just who I've always been.
I love that. So about a month ago or so, we kind of took our friendship to another level, and we ventured into becoming spin instructors.
Yes.
And we participated in a 9-hour training. And that's when I think I got to learn a lot about you in that day. And then I think it was a couple of days later, you were telling me about how much of a people pleaser you are. And I was like, okay, so this makes sense. Going back to when I first met you, how helpful you were. You were super helpful in the training. So talk to me about when you recognized that you were a people pleaser and what that meant. And when you decided you needed to do something about it.
You know, I would have to... Ooh, that's a good question. How could I explain this? You know, I've stood in the background a lot. Even though I'm out there helping people and doing what I got to do, I've always stood in the background in a sense to kind of see my visual of everybody, see what's out there. And I started noticing there's a lot of trouble, I guess you could say trouble out there. And, you know, people, you see them in pain, you see them in a feeling that they just aren't comfortable. I knew that feeling so well. And I decided, in a sense, you know what? Let me go say at least hi. Let me go and just be like, a smile. You know how they sit there and say smiles are contagious?
Yeah.
So I say, see, you smile, I smile.
I don't know why I do that. I do smile a lot.
You do. And you have a gorgeous smile.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
It's something that, you know, if I can change that one person's day, that one person's time, you know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because it makes me feel good. It makes them feel good. And it's contagious. It's contagious. So,
no, you're absolutely right.
And I'm also kind of a protector. When I see someone who's in distress, I kind of my immediate reaction is to protect them, to show them that they're safe and there's nothing to have to worry about. Ever since I was a little kid, I mean, I remember the first time I ever truly was protecting someone. I was in the first grade and there was this little girl who was getting picked on and I was just like, leave her alone.
I can see you doing that. I can see you doing it. Not today.
No, not today. We ain't doing this to her. Leave her alone. And that was my first little girlfriend. I want to protect people. I want people to feel safe because we don't feel safe. we don't feel safe. So
Yeah, that's so true. Well, let me ask you this question though, because when you're a people pleaser, it seems like you give up a lot of yourself. And I would imagine just in my interactions with you, like I get the sense that you give a lot of yourself. So has that created any problems for you in your life?
oh
By being a
yes,
people pleaser?
100%.
Okay.
I mean, we can dive into that right now. Like
Let's do it.
I had to finally hit my rock bottom about a year ago.
Mm,
I mean,
okay.
I give and give and give and give and give. And when I'm giving people, I'm giving them a piece of me, who I
Yes, you
am,
are.
a piece
Mm-hmm.
of my heart, a piece of my mind, a piece of my soul, a piece of my embrace. And about a year ago from now, well, from today, I hit the biggest depression I've ever
Wow.
experienced. It was so hard. It was something that I appreciate I had to go through. I
Mm-hmm.
genuinely appreciate it, but I could tell you, I no longer knew what happiness or joy felt like. I didn't
Oh
know what
gosh.
peace was. I didn't know any of that. It was gone, completely wiped out of my system, my mind, my feeling. There was no feeling of it anymore. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't describe it to you. I couldn't sit there and tell you, this is what happiness feels like. I couldn't tell you the feeling of the sun hitting you. I couldn't feel you what a hug felt like. I, I
Wow.
none of that. I hit a rock bottom, but I had to understand that every time I was giving to someone, trying to fix someone, heal someone, I was truly damaging myself. So it was hard. It was real.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I would imagine that it kind of chips away at your identity and almost like your self-awareness because to your detriment, you're giving up like your happiness. You're sacrificing what I would imagine what you want to do in a
mhm.
given day because you're trying to please other people. So when you say you hit rock bottom, like how did you process that and how did you say, okay, you know what, I got to do something about this shit. Like I cannot stay here. Like what was that like?
It was imagine just now. I don't walk in my shoes. Just imagine my shoes.
Okay.
Every day waking up crying. You're literally in your sleep, waking up already crying.
Oh
Like
gosh.
that's how I started my days. And I would shower, get ready for work, and before I would go to work, I throw myself on the bed and just cry some more. And I'm the type of person where I'm that annoying one. When I wake up, I'm like, "Good morning, the birds are out,
Mm-hmm.
the sun is
Uh-huh.
shining," and I no longer have that. On my way to work, crying.
Wow.
It was just at work, between clients, working with clients and hiding my sniffles and tears. But seeing everyone around me, everyone who was coming in happy, I'm like, whoa. And they're happy to see me, to genuinely see
Wow.
me and spend their time
Mm-hmm.
with me. And I
Mm-hmm.
had to fake it. I had to sit there and smile and be like, hey, how are you? How's it going? How's life?
Oh
You're
my God, that must
amazing.
have been terrible on the inside. Like,
Oh,
how did you do that?
believe it or not, I just did it because I felt like
Mm,
my burden wasn't for anybody else. But well, everybody else's burden was mine. And I was
wow.
okay, just fake it. That's time to sit there and do what I need to do. I don't have any troubles. I'm on this pedestal that I put myself there. No one else did. I put myself there and I'm going to have to continue doing this because I did this for 40 plus years. So why am I going to change in front of anybody else? So
Wow,
go ahead.
that's crazy. So I did hair and I know that you do like facials and things of that
Lashes.
nature. And I remember how that's an intimate relationship that you have with your clients. Yeah,
Very
at
much
least
so.
that's what I remember having like, they share stuff about themselves and you share things about yourself. When you said you were able to fake it, like, because I used to go deep with my clients. I don't know why.
Hmm.
And they used
Yes.
to tell, and some people will tell you their life. Um, how did you kind of navigate faking it when because some clients will take you there? How
Oh,
were you able to navigate trying to fake that?
I stood away from I's and me's. I literally stood away from the
Oh,
eyes and me. Whenever they were talking
okay.
about a situation, I never brought up a way that I could relate towards them. I never brought it up. Even
Dang.
though that's what people want to know is how you can relate towards them. It would be, I stood away like, I didn't say like, oh, I know that feeling. Oh, I understand. I stood away from that because if I did that, then I would have to come, have a conversation about me and I wasn't
Wow.
ready.
Like you were slick with it then. You were slick with it.
Unfortunately, I was.
Oh my
Unfortunately,
gosh. So I
I,
mean, well, I'm glad like you hit that rock bottom. And I think sometimes that's what we have to do. And I don't mean glad in that in suffering, but glad that you said, okay, you know what, this is not the way to live. Walk us through what that looked like when you said, okay, I'm at the bottom. Now I need to go back up to the top. Like, what did you start to do so that you could change the way you change your mindset, basically?
well, I remember I had this client and I was sitting down and I remember I'm gonna leave her name out, but she knows who she is because I actually had this conversation with her.
Okay.
And she is someone who genuinely every time she came in, she was so excited to see me.
Oh.
Nothing but love and light. And I remember understanding I had like 10, 15 minutes before she was gonna come in and I wanted to record myself,
Mm.
how I'm gonna react once she walks in. I wanted to see how
Wait. You recorded
yeah.
how you wanted to prepare for your interaction with her.
And I wanted to see how well I could fake it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
I wanted to see like how am I so good at this? How am I so
Damn.
good? And so I put up my phone, recorded, pretended she was gonna walk in.
Hmm.
And I kid you not. I kid you not. My face from the very beginning was like, okay, dead serious, no life
Hmm.
in my eyes. And I was
Hmm.
like, pretend she walked in. I looked to the side, pretend she was there. Hi, how are you? How's everything? How's the grandbaby? Oh my God. Oh my God. I haven't seen you in a while. It's been a couple of weeks. Oh my God. No. I understand. I miss you too. Oh my God. Wow.
Like you had a whole script,
Yes.
and you were
And
going to lead the conversation with your script.
yes. And then I pretended she walked away and it was done. I swear my whole face went to boom.
Whoa. So when she came in that day, it didn't go to script, huh?
It didn't. It
Okay.
didn't. I literally just sat there and she looked at me. She's like, what's wrong?
Oh. She sensed that. I mean, that's a person that feels energies, right?
Yeah.
So what she said what's wrong and
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. Everything's okay. Everything's going to
mhm.
be okay. And that's when I knew it's time. I'm lying.
Yeah.
I'm lying. I'm lying to the
Oh.
people who care about me and I care about them.
Mhm.
And I needed to change it. So what's the best thing they say is reach out for help.
Okay.
So the first thing I did is I'm one of 25 grandchildren and we're
That's a big family. Can I
yes.
come over for Christmas?
Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for, Oh, it's crazy. So
Okay.
I decided to reach out to my closest people other than my parents and my siblings. I
Mhm.
sent a mass text out to all my cousins and we're just like, your cousin is not okay.
Okay.
He's not okay. I don't know what happiness is. I don't know what joy is. I'm so sad. I'm depressed. And that was my journey of healing, to reach out to the people that I care about and care about me. So that's what started it all. And it was amazing to see how my family reacted. None of them gave me advice. None of
Mhm.
them sat there and was like, oh, you got this. You can get through this. All of them were just like, we're here. We're here.
Okay.
And that's what you want to hear, is that we're here. You don't
Mhm.
want advice. You don't want to know like they've been there. You just want to hear people say, we're here. Because I was always there for everybody else.
Right.
So yeah.
Wow. So everyone just said we're here for you. And then what did you do next? I mean, I'm sure that felt comforting and
Yes.
reassuring. Because when you're in that space, I would imagine you don't want nobody telling you what to do. So you had to process, and then what did you decide to do for yourself?
I started trying to get dressed better, believe it or not.
Okay.
Like, because I was going to work in sweats and a t-shirt. And
No way. Every time I see you, you kind of like, even in spin class, like
yes,
what?
yes, sweats and a t-shirt. I was going like I would, and flip flops. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it was just the little things of like, okay,
Okay.
put on your jeans,
Mm-hmm.
shave your head. Don't let it grow out so far, just
Mm-hmm.
even if you didn't feel good in the inside, at least feel good in the outside.
Okay.
So, and it's like, and then I started doing things like that. I started going to therapy, just was like, let's do this. Let's do this. I
Yes.
told my whole family, I told all my friends what I was going through. I embraced whenever someone reached out to me,
Mm-hmm.
whether I always responded, even if it was just like a dot, just so they know I was okay. I was, I'm
Right.
there, or a happy face. Or if someone asked me, how are you today? I wouldn't lie. I'd be like, I'm doing good, or today's not a good
So
day.
self-awareness went way up, during therapy. What were
Yes.
your therapy sessions like? And because I've gone through therapy and I found it to be the best thing that I could ever have done for my life and for myself and my growth. So tell me about how, one, I mean, and I know there's a stigma. How did you find your therapist a good therapist? And then two, what were your sessions
Of
like, if you
course.
feel like sharing that?
Yes. Believe it or not, I kind of just put it out there. I
Okay.
was just like, let me go through my insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go into the mental health and universe, God, rock, sun, whatever you want to believe in.
Mm-hmm.
I said, just give it to me. Right
Mm.
now, just give it to me. You'll find it for me, and this will be it. Found an organization, and I was just like, okay, contacted them. They
Okay.
contacted me right back, and in God's grace, she was amazing. And
Love that.
it's like, because sometimes you have to go through a couple in
Yeah,
order
I
to find
did.
that one. To find that one. And she
Hmm.
was just amazing. And I remember telling her telling myself, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie and pretend everything's okay, because that's not why I'm here. And I was always completely honest, except for one time.
Okay.
One time I was not honest with her,
Okay.
and I made it seem everything was going perfect. Everything was great. And then the following week, I looked at her and I told her, I lied to you last week.
What'd she say?
She's like, what do you mean? I was just like, everything isn't great. Everything's hard right now. I'm not doing better, but I worried about you. And she looked at me like, what do you mean? I was like, I remember I was in tears, and I told her, I said, who helps you when you're helping us?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. See,
And
you are such a people pleaser, like legit.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what did she say?
She looked at me and she said, I'm okay. I'm good. I take care of myself. Don't worry
Okay.
about me. I love what I do. I'm like, are you sure? Because I know how it feels when people are spilling their beans to you, and I know how it goes. I'm an empath, and I just know that feeling. And I was worried about you so much that day that I didn't want to give you my burdens, and you go home with it and wondering like how to fix me, while I felt like I was breaking you down. And she's like, Angel, I'm okay.
Did you all have a session about how you felt about being a burden to her? Like, did she work through that with you? Okay.
Yes. And we sat there and we were just talking about it. And she was telling me, she explained why she was in that field and why she enjoyed it. And, what she didn't go into full detail on how she took care of herself, but it put an ease in my mind, and like, okay, like I don't have to worry about her. And that's a feeling that I don't get very often. I don't get that very often. Like I don't get the feeling that when I express myself honestly, I feel like sometimes I'm leaving a burden on people.
Okay.
And she made me feel ease, like she was okay. And that was like, I don't have to worry.
So did she help you understand how she brought ease to you and saying, "Hey, I'm okay." Did she explain or share how some tactics or tools that you could use outside of your relationship, out in the world with other people, so that you wouldn't feel like you had to lie and not be honest about how you feeling? Like, what did she say about that? Did she give you any exercises or tools?
Well, one of the things, she always gives me homework. And
Okay.
I've noticed with the homework that she always gives me, it's the focus on me, not the focus on everybody else. I started to notice that. I was like even like little
You was
worksheet.
slick with it.
I was like, hey, I see what you're doing. She started making
Yes.
me realize me, like, Angel, focus on you. Like, you focus on everybody else, but focus on you. So everything
Mm-hmm.
from, if I started feeling down about something,
Mm-hmm.
it is something an incident that may have happened, to flip the script on my mind of saying, like, you know what, today you're driving in a beautiful day. Enjoy it. You know,
Right.
how, and understand that feeling, but also understand there's other feelings out there for you that you can
Right.
embrace and focus on you. And so she started making me really, truly see myself. She gave me, I remember these little rocks,
Mm-hmm.
and she told me to write things that make me feel happy on the little rocks. And I
Okay.
was like, okay, like, I guess. And I remember the very first one I wrote was faith.
Okay.
And, and, and I was like, okay, I'm understanding this. And then it was just the forest, and then just things that made me feel happy. And she told me
Mm-hmm.
when I started feeling in a certain way, just go to my rocks and remember these things that make me feel happy.
Wow. Now, where did you keep the rocks? Were they like in
Oh,
like plain sight?
they're in my living room, right there, smack. And it's like, and I look at them every morning. I
Okay.
sit there and I'm like, and it's always like, I sit there and I'm like, these things make me happy, and I deserve to be happy.
That part.
I deserve to be happy.
Listen, my mama used to tell me, and she was not playing, if I ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
What?
And I started carrying that on in my life. But at some point, I feel like I lost who I was. And it was mostly around the workspace, just losing who I am from a self awareness perspective. But what I've come to realize is that when you truly do put yourself first, and if you, Angel, are truly happy, everyone else around you, it's like that energy, you have that vibration. People will change
Yeah.
and they will become happy. And if they got issues and burdens, they may not burden you with them as much without asking for your permission. Like, hey, I got this going on. Do you feel like talking about it versus just dumping it on
But
you?
it's like, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just vomit your emotions on me.
Hey, hold up. We just walked in. It was like, how
Like,
are
not
you? I didn't
today.
say hi. Yeah, I said hi. I haven't got to the question of how are you yet.
Yes, that's what
Let
I'm
me
saying.
prepare myself. I mean, well, you know how we touched the subject of, like, I was giving myself to everybody. I learned how
Yes.
to give people themselves, in a sense.
Ooh, unpack that. I love that.
So I learned that I'm no longer going to give you me. I will present myself. I will sit
Hmm.
there and show you who I am, see who I
Right.
am. If you like the way I am, great. But
Right.
I decided, like, I will look at you, Rhonda. I'm going to look at you. And if you came up to me, I'm going to give you your light. I'm going to let you
My
see the
light.
great, yeah, your light. I'm going to show you the greatness of who
Oh,
you are. I'm not going to give you my light. I'm going to give you your light, because you deserve to have your light. So I'm going to give that to you.
okay.
So the first thing I do is I will sit there and I'll look at you, and I'll sit there and I just imagine this big, bright, like, light behind you. And I'll sit there and imagine, like, what it could be, white, it could be whatever color, whatever it feels like my heart's going to give you. And realize
Right.
that's not my light. I'm not going to take that from her. That belongs
Right.
to her. I'm going to give it to her and let her see it. So let's do that way. Instead of me giving you me, I'm going to give you your light, because you deserve to have your light. So that's how
That
I
is
started doing things.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm about to steal that.
Do it. You'll be surprised what it does. You'll be surprised. Like, you know what? No, you're not going to have my light. This is mine. I worked hard for this light.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
it's and if it's going to go down, it's going to and go dim, it's going to be because of me, not because of anybody
Right.
else. But I'm going to let it shine bright, and you deserve to have a bright light also. So look, here's your light. This is for you. So, yeah.
Wow. So a year later, tell me
Yes.
what's your state of mind? What's your mindset now? Like, what state are you in? How are you feeling?
Every day I used to pray to just let me feel, well, let's go back some years. Let's go back
Okay.
years.
Okay.
Every day I used to pray to God, I don't want tomorrow.
Really?
I don't want tomorrow. Do not give me my tomorrow. It's not mine. I no longer want it. And I tell you this now, every day now, give me my tomorrow. I want my damn tomorrow. Give it to me. I want to know what tomorrow comes. I want to know what's going to be in there. And do not take that from me. So every day I feel like I'm living.
I love that.
Living, and I want to live. So I'm
I
happy.
love that. I love that. To go from I don't want to tomorrow to I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm excited about tomorrow. I want to live tomorrow.
Yes.
That is a blessing.
Oh, very much.
Look at you.
You know, it takes work. And we got to work on ourselves. We got to work on ourselves.
I totally agree with you. And that's, I mean, I'm no therapist or psychologist, but it's on us to do the work to get to that place. And that involves a lot of things, right? Like knowing your worth, your value, your having some confidence, creating some boundaries, being self-aware. Like all these things can help you to live a more peaceful life. And I'm so honored that you was like, okay, I'll share this, Rhonda, on your podcast.
It's that thing where I mentioned before, it's like, we're never broken, we're just bent.
Yes. And we can be put back into shape.
Yep, exactly. And you never know what you're going to create once you unbend yourself. You never know.
Yeah.
You know? So you create something beautiful. So I just took out all the knots, unbent myself, and was just like, you know what? I'm good. So
you are good. You are good. I'm super proud of you. I mean, like the smile on your face and that happiness and glow. So tell me what's next? What are you working on now?
I'm kind of working on, I'm in the beauty industry, but I give myself another about 5 to maybe 6 more years. It hurts. Okay. You know, it physically hurts your body. You know,
trust me, I know. That's why I got out of it. I was like, I can't do this.
You know, and I'm kind of looking into real estate. I don't know. Okay. You know, is there big goals? There's big goals. What the goals are, I don't know exactly. I'm kind of and that's where I've kind of landed in the beauty industry. I didn't know I was going to be there. I worked in the medical field for 17 years. Okay. So it just landed on my plate, and I'm just going to kind of give it to the universe and be like, and God, like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready for what's next for me. And I'm going to go with it. I didn't think, did you think you were going to be a spin instructor?
No. Listen, I love how he was like, yo, we're about to do this spin. I was like, and you were like, it's in Redwood. I was like, oh, heck no, I'm definitely not doing it. And then you put me on blast and was like, oh, but it's online. I got to do it now. But I'm so glad I did. Yes. It is such and I missed y'all last week, by the way. It is like doing 8 songs by yourself. I thought I was going to die.
How was it? You killed it.
I don't know. I'm going to assume that I did well, but let me just say Leslie didn't get my song list, so we had to use my Apple. I mean, it was just a lot of technical issues at first, but she said it went well. It was a lot of fun, but I'm like, maybe I work people too hard. Because I like to run, so I'm like, I gotta create a balance, so I'm not killing people. But I missed y'all.
We missed you also. We missed you a lot. So, but I had faith in you. I was like, she's gonna do it and she's gonna kill it. So
yeah, I'm just glad y'all gonna be there Thursday, right?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Oh, like look, my legs hurt so bad. The next day, I was like, "Ooh, this has been a lot." I mean, you shared a lot: depression and anxiety and people pleasing. Now you're on the other side. So I always ask my guests if there was one boundary that they had to create that everybody had to follow. What would be your boundary?
You want to know? Here we go. You ready for this?
You ready? I'm all ears.
Open your mind on this one.
Okay. I would
tell people understand the boundary of time. We take it for granted. And, you know, if we understood that time is forever, but ours isn't. And if we understood, you know, the boundaries that time has on us, then we would probably rechange our thoughts and our minds and how we do things. You know, I don't know if you remember in class the other day when I was sitting there cycling and I was coaching, I said, The only thing in life and guaranteed is time. And in those times, we create moments. And those moments become our memories. So what are your memories going to be? And if we understood that time is on our side, but we only have a limit of it, we would change the way we would do things, how we wake up, how we treat others, how we spend our time with ourselves. You know, we would completely understand. If we understand time had boundaries on us, we would change the way we do things. I mean, if you think about it, once we hang up, this was a moment that is now our memory.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Love that because people really do take time for granted. Last week, my granddaughter was on, I mean, she's on the podcast every week, and she was like, she just turned 6, and she was like, and next year I'm going to be 7. I'm like, whoa. like, first of all, in my mind, I'm like, that makes me another year older. And you just turned 6. I was like, can we just rest right where we are and enjoy this time and this day? And the opposite of that. So yesterday, my middle daughter was like, I'm not feeling this adulting thing, Mom. I was like, oh, really? And she was like, I said, it's overrated, isn't it? She was like, yeah. I said, don't you wish you could go back to that time when you were a kid, when you had no worries? She was like, yeah. I said, I tried to tell you.
You tried? Right.
I tried to tell you.
Don't grow up too fast.
Enjoy. Even now, even at this age, I'm like, just enjoy today. Like, I have some legit concerns about my future, but now I'm changing my mindset. And like, first of all, I don't even know if I'm going to be around then. So just focus on the present.
See?
And it's all
you
good.
Want tomorrow, right? You want that tomorrow.
I do want tomorrow. I want a lot of tomorrows.
Yes.
But exactly. I don't want the stress of thinking about what may happen tomorrow that may not be good. I don't want that in my life. So now I just live in gratitude every day, thankful, do my affirmations every morning, and I'm just going to enjoy the moments. Just like you said, enjoy the moments in the day.
Yes. Create your moments. Those are your memories.
I love it.
And you know, how you and I met, it was meant to be. It was.
Yes. Now I don't know what I would do without y'all in my life. Like, legit.
Not going anywhere. I'm also, you need my tomorrow.
Like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we spinning.
No, it's you know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to encounter people like yourself. You know, it's like it's a blessing to see, in a sense, kind of like the other side of the mirror. Yeah. Is, it's so great to see, like, there's people out there who really truly want other people to be happy, want themselves to be happy, and you're doing it. I mean, I see you, it's like when I see you in class and we're like, woo, you're like, woo.
We get each other pumped. Yeah. Did you notice how Josh the other day was like, are you guys going to start screaming? I'm like, yes, we are. That's that motivation. We're motivating each other.
Yes. We have to do this in life to be able to enjoy it. We need to. We need to sit there and appreciate our lives. We truly do.
I definitely enjoy you and appreciate you so much in our friendship. I after we did that 9-hour training, I was like, okay, y'all, we are forever bonded.
Yes, and that's when I learned. That's when I learned that you cussed. I was like, "Oh, she curses."
And then I was starting to feel bad. I was like, "Wait, do y'all swear?" Because cussing like a sailor right now. You was like a sailor.
Yes. I was like, "Oh, look at her! I clutched my pearls." I was like, "Ooh."
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate you and love you to pieces.
Same. I appreciate and love you also. And thank you for spending time with me.
Yes, for sure.
So I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. I will be there. That was deep, right? I'm just so happy that they have come to the other side in this journey, and just such an amazing soul and spirit. I hope you enjoyed that. But up next, we have Miss Aria, and she's going to talk about her breakfast with Santa.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Aria, your favorite.
What'd you do today?
I went to see Santa
Oh, where'd you see Santa Claus at?
at my mom's work.
Oh, okay. Oh, that must have been fun because she works at Terranea, right? It's a very cool place, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what did they have? Did they have like
They had dessert tables.
a dessert table?
Yeah.
What was on the dessert table?
Just desserts.
Okay. Did you get anything?
Yes.
What'd you get?
I got this red lollipop thingy that's hard. That was covered with red syrup. And I got a Santa Claus K-pop.
Ooh, did you have breakfast? Because it was breakfast with Santa, right?
Yes.
What'd you have for breakfast?
I thought Santa was going to come to the tables.
Oh, what did he do? He didn't come to the tables and say hello? What did he do?
He was sitting by the chair, the white chair. And guess what? There was elves on the tree.
I was going to say, were there elves there? Did you get excited?
Yep.
Yeah. What was your favorite part?
It was dessert time. And our project time because we have new ornaments on the tree because it's made from paint, but it's dried.
Wait, so they had project time, so you got to make an ornament?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen it. Did you bring it home?
Yeah.
Or is it on the tree there?
It's on the tree now.
Oh, you put it on our tree? Oh, I can't wait to see it. I haven't seen it.
Well, we can come see it after we record.
Okay, I'd love to see it. Is that all you want to say about your day?
Yeah.
So you had a good time, and what do you want to say to everybody?
Bye-bye.
You know, one of the reasons I have Ari on the show is because she brings this curiosity and this innocence, and I just love hearing her stories through her eyes, especially at 6 years old. So I hope you enjoy her stories as much as I do. Well, that's a wrap for today's episode. And I have to tell you, Angel's journey just reminds us that it's time to trade in that people pleaser badge for a self pleaser one. Prioritizing our own joy isn't just okay. It's essential. So here's the deal. It's cool to set those boundaries and make self-care your number one mission. If Angel's story struck a chord with you, it's your cue to take that first step towards prioritizing your happiness. Trust me, your future self will thank you. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share with your friends. Together, let's build a tribe of self-care warriors who own their lives and live it to the fullest. Remember, let self-care be your ride or die companion on this wild journey we call life. Slay those challenges, conquer those obstacles, and as always, keep your self-care purse within arm's reach. Until next time, my fabulous friends, remember to put yourself first and to hold my purse. Peace.